Top shelf.
Hello, welcome to Top Shelf Board Games. I'm Hubba.
I'm Sabrina.
And today we're going to review the Daedalus sentence. In this game, you've been taken hostage by an alien race that invaded Earth, and they sent you out into the galaxy to the different prisons out there to harvest the human genetic material. And by a stroke of luck, an asteroid has hit the base, and it's knocked out the power, so you're able to escape your cell. The object in this game is to try to escape the prison by going through all the different corridors and trying to navigate the ever-rotating board or prison. The prison constantly shifts and rotates, and you gotta go to the different gates, get different codes, and eventually find that last gate where you can escape the prison.
Right, but it's a cooperative game, so you have to make sure everyone else gets out too. So you're working together, which I really enjoy that.
Yeah, one of the things is that if somebody gets caught, they get sent back to the if they get caught by one of the little prison guards roaming around, you don't get killed. Is what happens is they escort you back to your cell, and then you're just stuck in your cell until a buddy of yours comes and opens the door for you. So that can be a real bummer deal if you get close to the exit of the facility, one of you get caught, and then you got to navigate all the way back in to the prison to help your buddy escape his cell. Right,
but what's really hard is if you didn't explore the prison as well, it takes longer for that person to come back to find you.
Yeah. The game revolves around this thesis board. The thesis board basically tells you how the prison's going to rotate. It tells you which guards are going to move in which areas of the board. It basically tells you, and also it tells you which guards will spawn, whether it's just a typical Minotaur or if it's going to be a Locte. The Loctes are able to
go through doors.
Yeah, they're able to go through doors and work their way to the outer ring. They spawn in the center of the prison, and they can work their way out to the outer ring. So those are really difficult to navigate because they can kind of chase you around the prison. Whereas the Minotaurs, they're stuck to just one lane. So if they spawn in a yellow lane, they're stuck in that yellow lane and the entire time. They'll just patrol that area. But the board tells you what's going to spawn, tells you how the board's going to rotate, when it's going to rotate, which color of the board is going to rotate,
which way the monsters or the prison guards are going to rotate.
Right. So it tells you everything you need to know about what's going to happen. This allows players to prepare and discuss how they're going to solve this puzzle, basically. The game is essentially a giant, ever-evolving puzzle.
Right, and it lets you manipulate the cards, too, on the thesis board.
Correct.
So you can manipulate it to make it more efficient for you to get out.
Yeah, you can take cards from your hand, put them on the board, and switch them out. Thus manipulating the thesis board and getting cards you need to crack open the codes for the doors. The doors, when you find them, are sealed shut. You have to find a code. A code will be generated, which will be a series of cards, and then you have to collect cards that match either the same number or the same color. If you decide to try to crack the code using the color of the cards,
you have to stick with the color.
Correct. You can't use any numbers. You just go purely off the color. You can get multiple people together to each use cards from your hand to break this code, but you're trying to work together to break the codes and work your way out. Each player also has a special ability. Some people can sprint. They can move extra spaces. The Morrow has stealth that allows them to hide in the same area as one of the guards and not get captured.
No, he gets to move through them.
Oh yeah, he can move through them.
Right.
That's right. But everybody will have their own special ability. If you ever get caught, you'll lose that special ability. The game also will end if either one person has been caught twice or if everybody gets captured at the same time. Then the game will also end. Each room of the board, I guess the board itself has this really cool mechanic where it rotates, so you can kind of see it moving around, which is pretty cool. If it's going to rotate 3 spaces clockwise, you'll take it and rotate it 3 spaces clockwise.
Right, which is really easy because they have the little
grooves,
so you know how to move it. And it moves really smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the components are really good. Like, they're really thick and hardy, as always. And, I mean, the miniatures are pretty,
The miniatures aren't overly detailed. I mean, they got detail there, so it's an alien or whatever, but they're not super detailed. I don't think.
a little more than some. I mean, at least
they're all right.
At least it's, a person. You can tell what they are.
The prison starts out with all the rooms being undiscovered, so you don't know which rooms are where. So you're kind of just exploring and trying to find your way out, which is pretty cool. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, each room also has its own kind of ability that you can use in it. Some rooms let you draw more cards. Some rooms let you manipulate the board, either the top portion, which way the board's going to rotate, or manipulate the bottom of the board, which cards are going to move.
Guards, like they say cards.
Guards, yeah.
Guards.
So that's the gist of the whole game. Where it's a big puzzly game and you have all the information available. For me, that's where this game can really bog down with the basic rules of the game. You can really
maybe with an analysis paralysis person too.
You don't want to play the basic rules with somebody who.
It's not bad, but yes, it takes a little.
Just two of us trying to negotiate what we were gonna do, planning on everything, because you can sit there and you can. Okay, it's going to rotate 3 spaces this way. This one's going to go 2 spaces this way. If we go this way, we can do this, but this card's going to go this way. That can really bog the whole game down. I mean, it goes from being kind of a fun tenseness that I was expecting to, wow, we are thinking way too much about this, and it bogs down. However...
But I think it is good, though, to learn that way. To get used to the idea and the concept, you do have to do it that way.
It is a good way to learn, but the problem is you'll probably never come back to it. Or whoever you introduce it to will probably never come back to do a second game.
Well, we never actually finished, and then we decided to do a timed one.
Right.
So we did like a couple of rounds, slow, without being timed.
And we thought we were going to escape. We were moving pretty fast, and then it turned into like a 3-hour game. Whereas within a half an hour, we'd found the exit. We just could never
I got
get
caught.
Out. She got caught, and then we had to navigate back and start all over, basically. And it bogged... Well, that's when we started thinking more, and it started bogging down.
Right.
The game comes with variants, though, and I highly recommend them. The variants, you can set a 1-hour time limit, and you can use the app. You can download it on your phone, and basically you have 1 hour to escape the prison. The other variant that we added in is you have 25 seconds, I believe, to complete your turn.
Right.
So,
because we were like, wait, our turn's already done?
Right. 25 seconds, really quick. You only have 1 hour to complete the entire thing. So you don't want to sit and talk too much before your player turns start.
Right. Because
your time is running. Your hour is ticking away. And then that 20 seconds, you got to hurry and try to do what you decided you were going to do. That added in a really fun, tense... tenseness to the game. It kind of gave you that escape of the cursed temple tenseness of, we gotta go,
Right.
Hurry, do that move. Well, oh, crap, we forgot about...
You're not helping me pick my choices. I'm not helping you. We kind of did, but not...
Right, you plan together, and then everybody plays their turn simultaneous.
Right. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying when we didn't time it, we were like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. But before, it's like, okay, hurry and do this and do that. Like, you only talked to me about like one action that I wanted to do, and then I just chose whatever I was doing the rest of the time.
Right. And you feel like you get a good plan made real quick, and then you start putting it in play, and then you go, oh crap, we totally forgot to do this one thing.
Right, the monster's gonna come this way.
And then the thesis board, totally messes you up. Initially the thesis board isn't too bad. At first, there's only the first row or column that's going to activate, but as you get farther and farther out through the gates, the threat level in the prison goes up, and the guards become more aware. The board becomes more active, and so you can miss things. But that makes it really fun. Mm-hmm. It added a really good tenseness to the game, and it took.
And we even got through with the tenseness. I think it's because we didn't overanalyze.
Yeah, we did. Did we beat it? Yeah, we did. We did beat it. We did beat it with the timer. Mm-hmm. But we were cruising, and we made mistakes, but it was fun. Mm-hmm. The timer variant, highly recommended. It took it from being like the game from being like a 3 to me, 3 or 4. I mean, it was okay.
I didn't mind it, but that's because I like puzzle games. I like doing that.
The game was okay, and I like puzzly too, but it bogged way down. It bogged down too much to where it was almost unplayable.
Yeah.
So it took it from being like in that range of a type of game and brought it back up to like a game I'm willing to play. You know, if somebody wants to drink that, I would play the game with them.
Because they know it's timed. So if you have those people that put you on a time limit, then you're like, this is a timed game. You can't go past an hour, so they're more likely to play it.
It's not too terribly hard to teach. I mean, some of the rooms look the same.
I had to refer to
some of the rooms kind of look the same, but you got your player board up here that you can look and see which room is what. So it'll say like research laboratory. Problem is you got to flip your board back over to read what the research laboratory lets you do. So you kind of go back and forth flipping your board over. But at least they have the player reference to do all that. Right. There's also a completely detailed play summary on the other side of that player board that walks you through the entire turn, what you can do, what actions you can take, things like that.
I noticed I looked at it a couple of times, but then I got used to what I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, it only took us... I mean, our second game, we were pretty familiar with what we were doing and what rooms did what. So, I mean, you catch on to it pretty quick.
Yeah, there's other variants, though, because we didn't do anything with the dice, and I don't know what the dice is.
Well, the dice is... One of them is... It can be a timer.
Oh.
But we just didn't do it. We also didn't use the other variant that lets you use this dice here. Basically, it manipulates what's going to happen, what type of rules are going to be in place.
Oh, okay.
So the guards might be more on alert or whatever.
So I like that there's lots of different choices. Yeah.
Well, those allow you to make the game more difficult, too. I mean, you can also try to do it in 45 minutes or do 15 seconds to do your turns. You know, there's a lot you can tweak and manipulate in the game to make it difficult or easier. So for that, I like that aspect, too. Like I said, with the timer variant, it makes this game makes it like a solid 7 for me. I mean, it's something I would play. It's not something I'm going to go out of my way to play, but I enjoyed it with the timer.
Honestly, I enjoyed it. I mean, I would probably suggest to play it just because I like the puzzle games and I like how quick it can be timed, and I just like that intenseness kind of.
I mean, like I said, it's an okay to good game, but it's not a good or great game. It's okay to good.
But if you like, I mean, I can see if you get it under for 100, I definitely would have gotten it.
If you can get it under 100.
Mm-hmm. But so. I mean, I do like the concept of it. I mean, the shifting the board and manipulating and everything. Yeah. I like those type of games and that style. And the components are really good. And they're always good.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it just depends on your opinion. And if you like this style and this mechanic and whatnot, then I would.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it like I said,
I probably like it a lot better than he does.
I mean, like I said, it has the escape feeling. You know, that escape Curse of the Temple. Which escape is a lot more streamlined, a lot easier to play and get into. This one has... So it has that style of game. This one has a little bit more going on. You're trying to escape. You're fighting a little bit. Fighting is not really fighting. You're just discarding a card that matches the Minotaur or the Loctite to kill him.
You're just preventing yourself from getting caught.
So it's good. I don't know that it's worth the price, the retail price, but... like I said, like she says, if it's something that you like, if you like that type of game, you like puzzliness, you like kind of the stressfulness of a time on your game, it provides a unique experience. It's definitely unique, and if you're looking just for something unique for your collection, I mean, I've never seen a board or a game that lets you do this to it, you know, and rotate it around and manipulate it.
I mean, there is other games that like it's timed.
So
there is lots of other games that have that. Style, but the manipulating the board and working with the board is different.
Super unique, yeah. So, anyways, hopefully that helps you decide if this is something that you want to try out.
And if you know of any other variants that you've tried, if you played this game, let us know too.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this one. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thanks. Bye.